university and college administrators, fellow faculty, staff, and most especially our students to our 2023 awards luncheon in person, where we will celebrate the many accomplishments of our community this year. I also want to specifically welcome those members of our community joining us remotely on Zoom today. Just to review our format for the day, those of you in the room will be released by table to go through the buffet line. And once everyone has begun to eat, we'll start the awards portion of the program, likely around noon. So I have to eat real fast. Please continue with your meals as we talk about the year and hear from our honored guests. After all, we want to be sure that we stick to our schedule so that we finish in plenty of time for the Shoemaker Lecture at 3 p.m. at the Freeman Auditorium. But to get things started, let's do something fun. Let's have the first annual awards banquet trivia competition. This time, I assure you have a chance. Please use the pens provided on the table and the margins of your program to record your answers to the following questions about the Penn State mascot. If you've been taking pictures for your graduation, you would have read the plaque outside and you will know the answer for this. We all know and love the Nittany Lion, but do you know in what year the Nittany Lion was created as the mascot of Penn State? And as a follow-up question, how many different people have served as the official Nittany Lion mascot, actually wore the suit over the many years that the tradition has been going on? So please take a moment to consider. Don't check your Google app and record your answers. Okay, pens down. Let's see how you did. It was mining engineering alumnus Harrison D. Joe Mason who invented the Nittany Lion at a baseball game between Princeton in 1904, against Princeton in 1904. When Joe saw Princeton's Bengal Tiger mascot, he boasted of the great Nittany Lion, the fiercest beast of them all. His invention was so popular with students, alumni, and fans that there was never an official vote on its adoption. How many of you got that right? Gosh, you've not been by the Nittany Lion, I guess, huh? And in answer to question 2, this year's Nittany Lion, whose identity, of course, is a secret until the last home football game of their final year as mascot, is the 53rd proud Nittany Lion. The person who was closest to the correct answer to question 1 receives the EME pint glass on the table, and the person closest to the answer to question number 2 receives the flower arrangement centerpiece. I guess the question 1 closest means if you guessed mining engineering, I think that's close enough, is it? Okay, I don't see anybody grabbing. So now please relax and chat with your table mates until you're invited to the buffet line. We'll continue with the awards program during lunch. Okay, see you in a while. Continue with your meals and tempt me and help yourself to more drinks and dessert as we get underway. First, I would like to take a moment to remember those to whom we bid farewell this past year. In October of 2022, we lost our respected colleague and friend, George Schenk. Dr. Schenk earned his PhD in mineral economics at Penn State in 1967 and immediately joined the faculty, where he served as professor in the Department of Mineral Economics until his retirement in 1989. Since 1989, the College of Earth and Mineral Sciences has awarded the George Schenk Teaching Assistant of the Year Award to recognize his service to Penn State. Dr. Schenk and his dear wife, Jane, who we lost in 2020, were loyal attendees of this awards banquet over the years. They were good friends of the department, and we miss them both. In November, we lost our friend and colleague, Leonard G. Austin. Dr. Austin was an emeritus professor in fuel and mineral engineering who retired from Penn State in 1996. Many of our current faculty did not have the opportunity to work with him, to work with Len, but they carry on his tradition of excellence. Dr. Austin was most passionate about affecting positive change in people. After retirement from Penn State, he became a visiting professor in the United Kingdom, Holland, Chile, Canada, South Africa, and Australia. Len was honored with several awards, including the SME Antoine M. Godin Award and the Percy W. Nichols Award of the AIME ASME. Dr. Austin loved animals, especially his dogs. He enjoyed traveling and was an avid reader, but his greatest love was his family and friends. He will be missed. Please join me in a moment of silence in memory of Dr. Schenk and Austin and others no longer with us. Thank you. Though we have lost some members of our community, we have also gained new ones this year. Now appearing in the halls of Hostler building are Ashish Kumar. If you're in the room, just wave, please, Ashish. Assistant Professor of Mining Engineering. Thandazile Moyo, Assistant Professor of Energy and Mineral Engineering. I don't know if Thandazile is here. No, she's not. And Olumide Ogunmodimu, also an Assistant Professor of Energy and Mineral Engineering. We are glad to have you all aboard. I don't think Olumide is here either, right? As I mentioned earlier, this afternoon at 3 p.m., we are hosting the 2023 G. Albert Shoemaker Lecture in Mineral Engineering. The Shoemaker Lectures are intended to bring today's outstanding leaders of the energy and mineral resource industries to the Penn State campus to discuss with students and faculty the issues of critical importance in their field. This year's lecture will be given by Dr. Eliza Alonso, physical scientist with the Minerals Intelligence Research Division of the U.S. Geological Survey. Eliza. Dr. Alonso is here with us for the luncheon today. Please join me in a round of applause, which you've already done. Everyone, please join us just down the hall at the Freeman Auditorium following the luncheon to hear Dr. Alonso's talk entitled, Rare Earth Elements Are Not the Only Critical Mineral Commodities. Sure, music to a lot of our ears. Some of our happiest moments come from seeing the successes of our graduates as they make their way in the world. In celebration of such success, each year we present awards to alumni of our programs. At this time, I invite Zhen Li, Program Chair in Energy, Business, and Finance, to present the Richard L. Gordon Distinguished Achievement Award in Mineral Economics and Energy, Business, and Finance. Just out of caution, please approach the podium from my right, and then you can circle back and exit that way. This is a little bit cramped over here. Don't want anybody to trip and injure themselves.
Okay, so my name is Zhen Lei. I'm the Program Chair of Energy, Business, and Finance. So I'm going to present the Richard Gordon Distinguished Achievement Award in Mineral Economics and Energy, Business, and Finance. So this award has been established in 2019 to honor Dr. Richard Gordon, who is an energy economist at Penn State and also is a professor. This award recognizes achievements and leadership that enhance the mineral economics and energy business professions. So the 2023 recipient of this award is Dr. Chris Jablonowski, who is a principal technical expert at Shell. So Chris, could you please join us? So I'm going to give you a little introduction, but I don't know how to translate it. Congratulations. In his current role at Shell, Chris is responsible for leading global risk analysis and data analytics projects in upstream technology, engineering, and operation applications. He has published over 150 technical articles and reports in peer-reviewed journals and conference proceedings. Prior to his current position, Chris also held positions as an offshore drilling engineer at Shell, an intelligence officer at CIA, focused on energy politics, and a management consultant at Independent Project Analysis, and also a professor at UT Austin. Chris earned his PhD in energy, environmental, and mineral economics from Penn State, and an MBA from Tulane University, and a Bachelor of Science in civil engineer from Virginia Tech. So we are proud to present this 2023 Richard Gordon Distinguished Achievement Award in Mineral Economics and Energy Business and Finance to Dr. Chris Jablonowski. Okay, so why is the over there? Yeah.
All right. Dr. Srinivasan said 3 to 5 minutes, so I'll try to do my part and keep us on schedule. So first of all, thanks to the EBF faculty for selecting me. It's a great honor. And I thought the picture of Dr. Gordon kind of said it all about his personality and such. And I know as time goes on, fewer and fewer people are going to have had personal experience with Dr. Gordon. So I wanted to say a few words about him first off. In addition to all of his scholarly achievements, I can testify that he was quite a dedicated teacher and advisor. His course was a rite of passage for anyone in mineral economics. It was known for its, shall I say, epic workload. I think the required reading took about 25 pages just in the list. Included were several books in that reading list. And he's also famous for his midterm and final exams, which were just 4 questions each. And I remember one of my fellow students asking, well, how much do you expect to write? As we all know as teachers, those of us who have taught, that's a common question. And he thought for a moment and he said, well, I think if you've written less than 40 pages, you probably haven't answered the question. So that kind of lined out our weekend pretty much. But the fascinating thing, or the really compelling thing about that, is when you got those exams back, practically every page had a comment on it. Wrong, not good enough, good idea, interesting insight. So even at that moment, he was still teaching in those feedbacks. And those of you, again, who have taught, you know how hard it is to grade a 40-page or 50-page essay. And if you have 10 or 15 of them to do, it's quite an undertaking. So I wanted to make sure that we recognize that element of Dr. Gordon's career. And then I also, before I give up the microphone back to Dr. Srinivasan, I also want to acknowledge the tremendous positive impact that Dr. Andy Cleet had on my development. I think many of the students in here have probably had a class with Dr. Cleet, maybe not, but he just really invested in me and was very patient with me. On many days, I'm sure he felt like he was trying to pound that square engineering peg, coming from an engineering background, into the round economics hole. And some days it felt like that on my side as well. But he stuck with it and didn't give up on me, and we got through and did some good work. And that experience really gave me a foundation that has allowed me to work at various companies, work on a great variety of problems, and also to be able to communicate effectively with people from all kinds of technical and non-technical disciplines. And so I'm forever grateful to Andy Cleet for that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Zen, and congratulations, Chris. And Russ and I had the pleasure of having Chris as our colleague at UT Austin, and we had a great time together. So great to recognize you here. Next, I invite Derek Hall, Program Chair of Energy Engineering, to present the Distinguished Achievement Award in Fuel Science and Energy Engineering.
All right, today I'm going to present to you the Distinguished Achievement Award in Energy Engineering and Fuel Science. So this award was established to recognize our alumni for their leadership and professionalism in all matters connected with the energy industry. The 2023 awardee is Dr. Ljubisa Radovic, a very recent retired professor of energy and mineral engineering at Penn State. Ljubisa, would you please join me? All right, so many of you know Ljubisa in this room. He has served Penn State for 37 years, beginning as a research professor in fuel science in 1986. His research is focused on kinetics, catalysis, and molecular modeling of carbon reactions. And he's used this focus to make valuable contributions to our understanding of the physical, chemical, and electrochemical properties of graphene-based materials. Throughout his career, Dr. Radovic has consulted numerous international companies and was a member of many professional societies and committees. He has written over 120 publications in peer-reviewed journals, has contributed to 8 books. Ljubisa has received many awards and accolades throughout his year. Some of the most notable are a Fulbright Scholarship while still a student, very impressive, and was a fellow of the Japanese Society for the Promotion of Science. He was named Graphene Lecturer by the American Carbon Society, and he received the SGL Carbon Award for overall contributions and achievements that have significantly influenced the progress of science and/or technology of carbon materials. And Dr. Radovic was a student of Dr. Phil Walker and earned his PhD in fuel science from Penn State in 1982. And while we don't typically award the Distinguished Alumni Awards for active faculty members, it's not uncommon for us to recognize those colleagues once they've retired from Penn State. And after all, we've all had a front row seat to his excellent contributions through the years, day in and day out. I, for one, am very grateful for the time I've spent with Dr. Radovic, and he's helped me quite a bit through that. So today, we are honored to present the 2023 Distinguished Achievement Award in Energy Engineering and Fuel Science to Dr. Ljubisa Radovic.
Well, thank you very much to the department for this basically closure for me. As Derek mentioned, I was a student of Phil Walker, so that traces me all the way back to 1979. So all in all, as graduate student, as postdoc, as professor, I've been at Penn State for 40 years. And as Derek mentioned, this award is given to people who spent most of their professional careers in the real world. And I've spent all my professional career basically in the bubble. Penn State, of course, as you all know, is a wonderful place. And what I thought that I would be able to give you, in contrast to people who have been in the real world, is a perspective of how things have changed and what has remained constant over the years. It is often said that the only thing that is constant in this world is change. But in fact, as I was going through the office, and I am thankful to the department head for his patience in that process, I realized that I have been doing just one thing over these 40 years. Of course, you can imagine that in 40 years, I've seen the good and the bad and the ugly, but the balance is clearly positive, and I'm very optimistic that you are in a good position, especially the students at these tables, to be better at solving the world's problems than we were. Back in the old days, the issues were synthetic fuels and the Clean Air Act, the conventional pollution. Today, climate change, sustainability. Fuel science became part of energy and mineral engineering, and there is the root of our claim to fame that is a work in progress. Scientists do engineering, engineers do science. 120 years after Dirac famously proclaimed that chemistry has become physics, it is true. Some of you know that there's a journal literally called Physical Chemistry, Chemical Physics. Physicists do chemistry, chemists do physics. It is often the case that if you like physics and like to work on practical problems, you end up in mechanical or civil engineering. If you like chemistry and like to work on practical problems, you end up in chemical engineering. Our claim to fame is that we cannot afford to like chemistry at the expense of physics or physics at the expense of chemistry. Our claim to fame is physical chemistry. And I've been doing physical chemistry all my life. And you will be in a position with artificial intelligence and big data, especially if you just focus on the tools of physical chemistry, mass and energy balances, chemical and physical thermodynamics, and chemical and physical kinetics. That's our claim to fame. We are unique in that sense, and the 21st century belongs to us with the help of artificial intelligence that needs to be used very carefully, right? Garbage in, garbage out is one of the things that we've learned in modeling. Luis knows that very well, right? Let me give you in closing just one example of how upbeat I am about the use of artificial intelligence to solve the big problems. AlphaZero. Has anyone heard of AlphaZero? AlphaZero is a machine. Speaking of machine learning, it observes millions of chess games played over the last 2,000 years. No teaching, no preconceived notion, just observation of the millions of games. In 1 or 2 days, the machine learns the game of chess to the extent that it beats by far the world's greatest chess players. So I'm very upbeat. I'm very thankful for this award. The sky is the limit in the 21st century. Good luck.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek, and congratulations to Ljubisa, always the scholar. At this time, I invite Brandy Robinson, lead faculty member in Energy and Sustainability Policy, to present the Distinguished Achievement Award in Energy and Sustainability Policy and Renewable Energy and Sustainability Systems.
Hi, everyone. This award was established to recognize our alumni for their leadership and professionalism in all matters connected with energy and sustainability policy. The 2023 recipient of this award is Alicia Peck, Sustainability Manager for the city of Sedona, Arizona. Alicia couldn't join us in person today, but we'll hear from her in a little bit. For those here who aren't familiar with our programs, both energy and sustainability policy at the undergraduate level and RES at the graduate level are offered entirely online through World Campus so that we can connect with adult learners who maybe can't return to campus to complete their degrees. Energy and sustainability policy is now in its 13th year, and we have graduated over 150 students. Alicia started her professional career in the Marine Corps as a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear defense specialist. Over 8.5 years of service, including serving as the assistant visitor coordinator at the Marine Corps base in Quantico and becoming the first female instructor for Weapons and Field Training Battalion at Camp Pendleton in California, she decided to return to school. Alicia earned her degree with us in 2019, and over the course of her time studying with us, she completed an internship with the Army Corps of Engineers and served as a park ranger. Following graduation, she worked professionally as a data analyst, focusing on facilities and sustainability data for a natural gas provider. In her spare time, she earned her LEED Green Associate credential and continued to volunteer as a sustainability coach for a regional nonprofit, where she helped organizations benchmark their sustainability efforts and develop strategies for improvement in that space. In January of 2022, Alicia accepted the role of Sustainability Manager at the City of Sedona, and she will soon graduate from Texas A&M Galveston with a master's in Marine Resource Management. She's a self-proclaimed experience collector who enjoys hiking, kayaking, scuba diving, and traveling. We're proud to present the 2023 Distinguished Achievement Award in Energy and Sustainability Policy and Renewable Energy and Sustainability Systems to Miss Alicia Peck. Now let's hear from Alicia herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Peck, and I'm so sorry that I can't be with you today, but I am recording this message from the beautiful Verde Valley in north central Arizona, where I've been most recently doing my work in sustainability and resiliency. I wanted to thank our department and the school for having this award and for choosing me as the recipient this year. It's an honor to be able to represent our programs in the department as well as Penn State, and it also feels really nice to be recognized for the hard work that I've put in so far. I wanted to share a story with you about my experience in this particular department at the school. I enlisted in the Marine Corps at the age of 17 and did 2 enlistments, which equaled almost 10 years. I had really been down because I missed out on that traditional college experience. So when I eventually transferred to Penn State and into the ESP program, my experience changed drastically. I felt so supported and cared for, and the programming was so fun and interactive. I really feel like they gave me a new opportunity to get that experience that I didn't get in the traditional way. I'll forever be grateful for that. And that is why Penn State is my favorite school that I've ever attended. And there's been a couple. I especially want to thank right now Brandy Robinson and Haley Sankey. I had an amazing advisor when I transferred into this program, Dr. Vera Kell. And when she left the program, that's when I really started working with Haley and Brandy. And they are 2 of the most amazing support people I have ever met in my life. They've supported me through all of my ups and downs while I was trying to achieve my undergrad, as well as everything that I've attempted to do after graduating. I look forward to their continued support, and I'm so honored to have the opportunity to share with everyone how well they've taken care of me so far. Thank you, Brandy and Haley. To the students in the room, I want to say thank you to you too. You guys give me hope. This work is hard, but worthy, but you guys are helping us change the way that people look at things. You're helping us redefine what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And we couldn't have done it without you. Keep up the good work. It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna be here to support you. With that, I'd like to say one more time, thank you so much to our department for choosing me to carry on this award until next year.
You know, the interesting thing about the ESP REST program, we have our conventional graduation ceremony. We meet all our graduates and we shake their hands. rarely get to meet an ESP RES student. We have a RES student in our midst today. John, would you mind standing up? No, it's really so heartwarming to see somebody in person and here, and thank you for being a participant in our RES program. Okay, so we're getting through to the next Alumni Award winner. I invite Bill Groves, Program Chair in Environmental Systems Engineering, to present the Distinguished Achievement Award in Environmental Systems Engineering.
Thank you, Sanjay. This award was established to recognize our alumni for their leadership and professionalism in all matters connected with environmental systems, health and safety engineering. Our 2023 awardee is Mr. Larry Goodheart, now the retired manager of the Environmental Technology Unit for Chevron, and a longtime friend and champion of our ENSD program. Larry, would you please join me? Mr. Goodheart began his 40-year career with Chevron in the refining department, working at the Toledo, Philadelphia, and Richmond refineries in various operations and engineering positions. But most of his career was spent in the San Francisco Bay Area, working in the health, environment, and safety group of Chevron's engineering department, managing both the loss prevention and environmental units. Larry focused much of his later career in the development of the HES function, assisting with both campus recruiting and early career training and mentoring. And he was active in Chevron's campus recruiting for ENSD graduates at Penn State. Over the years, he has worked closely with our program advisors to establish student scholarships, support the Student Society, and provide funding for new laboratory equipment. He continues to serve on the program's Industrial and Professional Advisory Council, or IPAC. You knew that was a lifetime appointment, right? Larry graduated from Penn State in 1975 with a degree in chemical engineering, but we consider him an honorary environmental systems engineer. He and his wife Clarice have a son, Tom, and are currently living in Holland, Ohio. We are honored to present the 2023 Distinguished Achievement Award in Environmental Systems Engineering to Mr. Larry Goodheart.
Good afternoon. Bill, thank you very much for the kind words. I can't begin to tell you all what an honor it is to be this year's recipient of the Environmental Systems Award. So thank you to Bill, to Sanjay, and to all the faculty in the EME department. Thank you very much. I was fortunate to work 40 years for the Chevron Corporation, worked in a variety of positions. Most of it was in the health, environment, and safety area. As Bill mentioned in my bio, I worked on a wide range of projects, from working on effluent improvement projects at refineries to ecological monitoring for LNG projects in Australia, and finally working on programs to grow and develop the organizational capability of our HES workforce. As part of that effort, I was lucky enough to be asked to build the relationships between Chevron and Penn State. What a deal. And for that, I was able to work on the IPAC for a lot of years and was blessed and privileged to work with outstanding faculty such as Bill, my friends over in Table 6, Dr. Haight, Dr. Thaddeus, Dr. Kalima. And it was one of the most rewarding efforts and still is in my life today. One of the unique things that I've noticed about this department is that faculty really care about students. Oftentimes when you go to meetings such as the IPACs, they're more check the box activities, but it's not the case with environmental systems. They are truly seeking our input from the industry to see what the trends are, what are the things we need to modify in the curriculum to make the education of the students a little better. And with that, I'm glad I've played a small part in that journey over time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Bill, and thank you and congratulations, Larry. Next, I invite Shekhar Bhattacharya, Program Chair in Mining Engineering, to present the Robert Stefanko Distinguished Achievement Award. Able to hear me now? Okay. Distinguished Achievement Award in Mineral Engineering. Unfortunately, this year's recipient could not be here with us here today. However, he has prepared a statement that Dr. Bhattacharya can share with us.
Thank you, Dr. Srinivasan, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a wonderful day outside. It's kind of hard to be inside today. So Stefanko Award is a very, very well-known award, and this award was established by the mineral engineering faculty in 1992 to honor the memory of Robert Stefanko, an alumnus and Penn State professor who served with distinction, great productivity, and professionalism, and provided lasting benefits to his alma mater. The award recognizes achievements and leadership that enhance the mineral engineering profession. And we are fortunate to have his daughter here, Carol Ann, and his son-in-law, Michael, here. So we are lucky to have them here. And now I'll read a little bit about Dr. Thakur. And since he had a very, very wonderful and long career, like say his career is like about over 40 years, so it'll take some time. So let me read that in front of you. First, let me tell Dr. Thakur is currently the president of a consulting firm, Expert Solutions for Mine Safety. And he is an adjunct professor at the West Virginia University, but he also served the coal industry for 50 years before his initial retirement. Dr. Thakur received his Bachelor of Science and AISM degree from Indian Institute of Technology, which is Indian School of Mines, and now it's an IIT ISM, before coming to Penn State in 1969 for graduate studies. He graduated summa cum laude in 1974 with 3 degrees and a Master's of Science in Mining Engineering, an MA in Math, and a PhD in Mining Engineering. He immediately joined Conoco, the parent company of Consol Energy, based in Morgantown, West Virginia. Well, they are in Pittsburgh now, near Pittsburgh. He has lived there ever since with his wife, Meera, and raised 2 sons. Dr. Gautam C. Thakur, he's a neuroradiologist, and Dr. Anand C. Thakur is an anesthesiologist and pain expert. Both are PSU alum. During his 42 years with Conoco, Consol Energy, and Murray Energy, Dr. Thakur developed 4 different techniques for mine degasification and coal bed methane production. These techniques are used not only in the United States, but also in many countries overseas. They minimize the risk of mine explosion and vastly improved coal productivity. Just it will be probably noteworthy to mention that I used to work for Consol at some point in production, and there was always his team of 5 or 6 people who always came and drilled around, and it was interesting fun. And he was appointed by the governor of West Virginia. He served as a commissioner for 18 years and wrote the West Virginia diesel regulations and served as a model for a global coal industry. He is a distinguished alumnus of IIT ISM India and a Centennial Fellow of Penn State EMS. He is a member of the Society for Mining, Metallurgy, and Exploration since 1969. He has been awarded the Howard Hartman and Howard Evanson Awards for excellent work in mine ventilation engineering and mine health and safety by the SME. The Pittsburgh Coal Mining Institute awarded him Donald Kingery Award for mine degasification work, and the West Virginia Coal Mining Institute inducted him into West Virginia Coal Hall of Fame in 2022. So we are very honored to present this to Dr. Thakur, but he is not present here. So Rachel will arrange to send it to him to his home, a very nice home in West Virginia, but he has written a letter for us to read in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Dr. Srinivasan and other faculty in the EME department for honoring me with this prestigious award. It is far more meaningful to me than just an honorific. The late Dr. Stefanko was my advisor for both the master's and PhD degrees. He was a great human being and an excellent teacher. He allowed me to take any course I wanted and take and was always concerned about my career as a mining engineer. Success in my career is mainly due to his guidance and teachings. There were only 20 grad students in the mining engineering department in those days, and he's mentioning 1969 to 1974. He always had a great Thanksgiving dinner at his house in Harris Acres. Mrs. Stefanko was a great host and a devoted wife. I'm sure he is looking at me from above and saying, well done, Pramod. May he rest in peace. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Shekhar. I now invite Greg King, Program Chair in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering, to present the C. Drew Stahl Distinguished Achievement Award in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering.
Hello, everyone. The C. Drew Stahl Award was established by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering faculty in 1997 to honor the 50-year career of Dr. C. Drew Stahl, an alumnus and a legendary professor and mentor who inspired generations of students, and I was lucky enough to be one of them. The award recognizes petroleum and natural gas engineering leaders for their pursuit of excellence and for achievements which advance their profession. The 2023 recipient of the C. Drew Stahl Distinguished Achievement Award in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering is Jerry S. Berkebile, Jr. Jerry, would you please join us on the stage? Jerry Berkebile is president of Augustin Exploration in Midland, Texas. Augustin is an independent oil and gas firm focused on the Spraberry trend in the northern Midland Basin of the Permian Basin. His experience includes 25 years at Marathon Oil in various management and engineering positions, including engineering manager of North Sea operations in Aberdeen, Scotland, assistant to the Vice President of Energy in USX Corporation in Pittsburgh, and asset manager for West Texas and New Mexico. Since taking early retirement from Marathon, Jerry has founded and partnered in several startups, including the Augustin Exploration in 2016 and a restart of Element Petroleum in 2010. Born and raised in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, Jerry graduated with a BS in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering from Penn State and then earned a master's degree in engineering management from the University of Louisiana. A life member of the Penn State Alumni Association, Jerry also belongs to the Obelisk Society, mentors recent Penn State graduates in the Midland area, and serves on the Energy and Mineral Engineering Department's External Advisory Board. Jerry and Pat, his wife of 41 years, have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. We are honored to present the 2023 C. Drew Stoll Distinguished Achievement Award in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering to Jerry Berkebile.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Well, good afternoon. It's great to see everyone here today. And first, thank you. Receiving this award is a real honor for me. You see, I knew Dr. Stoll both as a student and later as an industry recruiter. He was a man whose influence extended far beyond this university, as you know, and for whom I still hold great respect. So I'm humbled today to be receiving an award carrying his name. Now, if you were ever in any of his classes, and mine were many, many years ago, but I still remember moments in those classes, and it just brings back a smile. What a man he was, and this is a great honor. I'm also honored to have several family members with me today, some of whom have made the trip from Midland, Texas. First, my wife, 43 years. You want to give an award, give it to the lady who's been married to a petroleum engineer for 43 years. But, and then my son, Matt, and fellow petroleum engineer, Matt, his wife, Lauren, and our 4-year-old grandson, Hutton. Hey, buddy. And then I also have my brothers, Greg and Tom, here with me today. So it's another great honor to have just everyone together. So to Dr. Sanjay Srinivasan and Greg King, the EME staff and faculty, and Rachel and Erica, thank you so much. I have had the privilege, a great privilege, to get to know and serve with many of you over the years, and have a great deal of respect, not only for the groundbreaking research that you do, but really just informing and shaping the next generation of energy professionals. Thank you very much. There should be an award there too. Allow me just a minute to share some encouragement to my EME friends, especially my petroleum friends. With the availability of affordable, reliable energy provided mostly by coal and natural gas, over 200 million people have been lifted out of poverty over the past 30 years. Quite an achievement. Over the past 15 years, the United States has been a world leader in greenhouse gas emissions reduction, largely because of the same fuels. So, but what about the future? Well, global energy demand is predicted to grow 50% by 2050. Many sources predict that. Last month, the US government Energy Information Agency issued its updated forecasts. And those forecasts, a base or reference case, showed that US natural gas production increasing steadily through 2050 and growing as much as 40% from today's levels in the high price case. US oil production holds flat at the current high levels, no small achievement. So our government projects US oil and gas to play a major role in global energy future. So what about the energy transition, misspoken. It's very much needed. Let me make no mistake about that. But on the way to global human flourishing, we need affordable, reliable energy sources that are as clean as possible. Realistically, though, no one knows just how this transition is going to play out. But we know a few things. It's going to be very costly. Some estimates are 4 to 5 trillion a year for 30 years. We know it's going to be complex. There's a lot of technologies that have yet to be developed. but we're counting on you folks and a lot of folks here at work at Penn State to come up with these. And I'm sure they'll be successful. But as we all found out this past year, energy security is going to play such a role in this in the near future. And just a lot that has come to the forefront amidst the global geopolitical turmoil. So let me address you students today. First of all, thanks for being here. It's such a nice afternoon. But is there a future for the petroleum engineer? Is there a future for the mining engineer? How about the rest of the EME majors? Absolutely there is. Let me say it again. Absolutely there is. Remember, with chaos and turmoil come change. With change comes opportunity. And there's going to be plenty of opportunities out there for you. It could be in global coal to gas switching. It could be in global LNG expansion. It could be the clean burning natural gas technologies, carbon capture, underground storage, blue hydrogen, and many, many things that it's not possible for me to envision right now. But with the work going on here, and I'm confident that new technologies will be out there for you to tackle. But maybe the bigger problem is over 3 billion people, billion with a B, almost 40% of the world population still lives in energy poverty with little or no energy. That's far from human flourishing. And we can do something about this. So there's much to do and the future is bright. So where do we start? We start with people. People of vision. People with big ideas. People whose reach is far beyond their job position or title. People like the students I've met at Penn State. People like you moving forward, honoring the tradition of Dr. C. Drustal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg, and congratulations, Jerry. Each year, we recognize the contributions of members of the department staff. But before presenting the Outstanding Staff Award, I would ask all of the staff to rise. Courtney, Erica, Grace, James, Laura, Molly, Rachel, Rob, Sam, and Tom. I think they deserve a round of applause from all of us. These are 11 dedicated staff members supporting a department with over 600 undergrad students, close to 100 grad students, over 30 faculty members, and several other research associates and assistant research professors. So fantastic job that they do day in and day out. So we'd like to now celebrate the exemplary performance of duties by a department staff member by presenting the EME Outstanding Staff Award. This year's award winner is Ms. Grace Choi. Grace, could you join me, please? Grace joined the department in 2020 as the financial assistant in the department, and she has helped to keep us afloat ever since. Grace has a friendly and patient demeanor, which is essential when dealing with endless amounts of paperwork and the ever-challenging SIMBA system, which is our new financial system, as well as when dealing with all of us and our many lost receipts and forgotten forms. Even when chasing after 12 students for travel receipts while helping to order new massive equipment for our labs and hiring 35 new graders all at once, Grace keeps her good humor and keeps us all on track. Congratulations, Grace, and thank you. I would now like to recognize and congratulate the 2023 Outstanding Graduate Teaching Assistants, and especially the EME Graduate Teaching Assistant of the Year. Eugene, can you please come forward to distribute the awards? Dr. Morgan is the Associate Head for Undergrad Studies in the department. These graduate students were nominated in recognition of their superior teaching assistance by faculty, peers, and students from the classes they instruct. We thank those of you who take the time to nominate those who go above and beyond. Their hard work deserves to be applauded. When I call your name, please come forward to receive your award. Henry Ea, a doctoral student in the Energy Systems Engineering option, was nominated for his work in EME 301 and EGEE 430. Fellow TAs and students in the course speak very highly of his hard work and willingness to help students. He's complimented on his ability to describe concepts and convey explanations. Henry is always a calming presence, a reassuring teacher, and a jovial person to be around. Congratulations, Henry. Cassian Enriquez, a master's student in the Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering option, was nominated for his work in PNG 450 and 451. Cassian was commended for being sincere, cooperative, and dedicated to the students. He is an excellent instructor and will always make time to help those with questions even outside of office hours. He puts in extra effort to make the subject matter understandable to the students. Congratulations, Cassian. Mpilan Kaviete, a doctoral student in the fuel science option, was nominated for his work in Fuel Science 431. Mpila is always super helpful and excels at explaining complicated topics so that students can better understand the concepts. Several students credit his review sessions as a significant factor helping them to learn. Mpila is dedicated to the course and helping students, and in turn is recognized and well appreciated by the students. Congratulations, Mpila. Keith Oxley, a doctoral student in the Energy Systems Engineering option, was nominated for his work in NSV 400 and NSV 470. Students feel that Keith is kind and welcoming and encourages them to reach out for help. He does a great job of explaining difficult concepts in a way that is easy to understand in the future, and that the students can apply those concepts for solving problems. Keith is generous with his time and is always polite and encouraging. Congratulations, Keith. Elham Rahimi, a doctoral student in the Energy and Mineral Engineering base option, was nominated for her work in NSV 404W, Mining 410, Mining 422, Mining 441, and Mining 541. Elham Rahimi is kind and helpful to students and is always available to demonstrate course-related problems even beyond office hours. She strives to find best teaching methods for each curriculum and for each student's need. Congratulations, Elham. And finally, this year's EME Graduate Teaching Assistant of the Year Award is being presented to Hanif Yoga, a doctoral student in the Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering option. Hanif worked as a TA for PNG 425, the famous well testing course that Dr. Johns teaches. Hanif doesn't tell students how to solve a problem. Rather, he guides them to a solution and makes them think critically about it. He's hardworking and an excellent communicator, promptly answering emails and keeping students informed. Hanif explains concepts clearly and creatively, and he's always personable, willing to help, and accessible. Congratulations, Hanif. All right. So congratulations to all our outstanding TAs. Next, we will recognize our departmental student merit award winners. Would the program chairs or faculty standing in for them today, please come forward to hand out the awards for your program. Chosen by the faculty in Energy, Business, and Finance, the Junior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is James K. Allen. Are they here? Please come. The Senior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Naya R. Pandey. Naya here? No, she's not here. Okay. Yeah. And the Graduate Merit Award winner in the Energy Management and Policy option is Ashish Radhakrishnan, who also could not be here today. Chosen by the faculty in Energy Engineering, and 3 undergraduate merit award winners are Senior Erica K. A. Lenhart, Senior Logan J. Mackus, and Junior Adeline Wicknecht. Chosen by the faculty in Energy and Sustainability Policy Program and the Renewable Energy and Sustainability Systems Program, the Junior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Shayna M. Murphy, and the Senior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Olivia L. McMahon, neither of whom could be here in person today. Let's give them a round of applause there. And the Graduate Merit Award winner in the REST program is Jonathan Bunyara Tapan. Chosen by the faculty in Environmental Systems Engineering are 3 Senior Undergraduate Merit Award winners, Meredith Pepka, Claire Sauder, and Joseph B. Krinchak. Chosen by the faculty in Mining Engineering, the Junior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Ian M. Penrod, who couldn't join us. The Senior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Danielle Bonanno. And the Graduate Merit Award winner in Mining and Mineral Process Engineering option is Yunus Sekarian. Chosen by the faculty in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering, the Junior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Thana A. Alamri. The Senior Undergraduate Merit Award winner is Mohammed Alarfaj. And the Graduate Merit Award winner in the Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering option is Ming Ma. Congratulations to you all. I think at the end of the whole event today, maybe we'll have a group photo with all the award winners for each program. Now the program chairs, oh, actually, you're supposed to be here, I guess. I'm sorry. Now the program chairs can stay with me as we announce the year's EME Good Citizenship Award. This is something we started last year, recognizing students that go above and beyond, not just excel in classroom, but also help with a lot of the department activities. Chosen by the faculty in Energy, Business, and Finance, Andrew Zanaras. Chosen by the faculty in Energy Engineering, Mufaddal Ghiwala. Chosen by the faculty in Energy and Sustainability Policy and Program and Renewable Energy and Sustainability Systems, Joe P. Thompson, who could not be here today. Chosen by the faculty in Environmental Systems Engineering, Gabriel C. Heistand. Chosen by the faculty in Mining Engineering, Darby G. Adams, who also could not be here today. Chosen by the faculty in Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering, Tristan Finlay. So again, we'll do a group photo with all the Department Citizen Award winners. I now ask Shekhar Bhattacharya to stay on stage to recognize the achievements of some additional mining engineering undergraduates.
In mining engineering being one of the longest lasting department or program in the university, there are some very old awards, very long lineage. And one of them is a career in coal, CI coal, that's how it's said, award. The Careers in Coal or Kai Coal Club was founded in 1962 as a sounding board for industry problems and opportunities. It is made up of a select group of coal professionals who undertake varied projects, including the recognition of scholarships in the pursuit of excellence by individual students in the mining engineering schools at the premier universities serving the industry at that point in time. Each year, an outstanding student at each of these universities is the recipient of a handsome solid brass miner's antique flame lantern. And this year's Penn State recipient of Kai Coal Lamp Award is Mr. Mark Hoving. Mark, please come and join us. He is an excellent He's an IUG student, so that means he's an integrated undergraduate and grad student in mining engineering who will be graduating with both his bachelor's and master's this year. And then Mark has worked as a research assistant in a department for several years now. He has conducted mine site visit to collect respirable dust samples and has performed lab work and data analysis for multiple faculty projects. He has served as a vice president of the Penn State's Mining Society and takes part in the Environment Mentors program, serving as a mentor to underrepresented and underserved high school students on STEM opportunities and resources. Mark is also a member of SME Young Leaders Committee. And in his own word, Mark is excited to start working as a mine planning engineer at Lehigh Engineering. He's excited to work in consulting and is excited for this opportunity in anthracite region of Pennsylvania, though which he plans to get his PE. If Mark is ever in need of a career change, he also knows that he can come back at Penn State for a PhD, which is a good sign. So let me present that. The second one goes to Evan Antonoshi, and this is the Old Timers Club Watchman Award. It's a nice looking watch here. The Old Timers Club was formed by 9 recognized leaders in the mining industry on May 1st, 1938, as they gathered at the American Mining Congress Convention in Cincinnati, Ohio. Their state purpose for the club was to perpetuate friendship formed within the coal industry and to promote worthy activities directed towards the betterment of coal mining. The club has presented over 650 awards to students at over 20 colleges and universities over the years and has celebrating a Penn State student every year since 1949. So Evan, please come and join me here. And Evan has been a dedicated student and a student leader in the mining program. He has served as the treasurer for the SME and ISEE chapters at the university. He's also worked this spring as a research assistant in a department on rare earth elements projects, collecting samples, analyzing rock cores, and learning to use the X-ray fluorescence analyzer and other processing machinery. Evan has also a professional internship with Lehigh Hansen and Luckstone. And here is, yeah, we'll take a picture.
All right, we're almost getting through to the end here. We have one more batch of awards, student awards to be announced. And these are winners of some of the contests we have run over this year. In the fall, we ran an EME photo contest and many of you submitted some beautiful images. But our top 3 winners were third place to Evan, again, Evan Antonaci, undergraduate student in mining engineering for his photo, Old Mill from a Distance. Second place to Chandima Subasinghe, PhD student in mining and mineral process engineering option for his photo, A Wind Farm. You can see all those pictures there. I think we'll hold the applause till the end, right? And first place to Jaden Mazel, undergraduate student in environmental systems engineering for his photo, Plattsburgh Quarry. Let's give a round of applause to our team. We also had a People's Choice vote among all the submissions, and the photo, the Star Ruby, taken by Chandima Subasinghe, won with the most votes. Also in fall, in conjunction with the EMS 125th anniversary celebration, we held a student poster exhibition and competition, and the top 3 award winners were: third place to Tsunami Shamba, undergraduate student in environmental systems engineering, for her poster, Liberation Study of Waste Printed Circuit Boards for Recycling Base and Precious Group Metals. Is Tsunami here? I don't know. Second place to James Heim, PhD student in fuel science option, for his poster, Coal-Based Bricks and Blocks, Process Development to Prototype Fabrication. And in first place, we had a tie, Rich Bachman, PhD student in the EME base option, for his poster, A Newly Proposed Reaction Mechanism for the VRFB Positive Electrode, and Sandra Ike, student in fuel science option, for her poster, A Fundamental Study in Graphitization Control via Interfacial Templating using Graphene Additives. Again, please join me in a round of applause for the talented students in our department. I would also like to add that there have been several other award winners. If you attended the SME annual meeting this year, we pretty much ransacked all the awards there. We got about 10 or 12 awards at the SME meeting. And then we had a student team participate in a design competition sponsored by Chevron, and they featured second in that competition. So we have several other student winners to celebrate today, in addition to the ones that we are announcing here. So we have another contest that hasn't yet concluded. In the next couple of weeks, we will be announcing the winners of the Spring Fuel Science Awards, a series of graduate scholarships awarded to students based on application packets submitted about their research. Watch your email and the department website for those announcements soon. At this time, I would like to ask all students present who received our department scholarship or award this year to please stand for a few moments. Anyone who got scholarships or fellowships. We all know how much the cost of a college education has risen in recent years, and what a challenge that can be to our students and their families. Thanks to the generosity of our alumni and friends, we were able to distribute over $500,000 through the awarding of nearly 200 student scholarships and awards this year. That is a remarkable number of students who receive some amount of support, and yet it is a small percentage of our department student body. So if you are standing, please realize that your awards were earned through your diligent academic work and your willingness to serve as an engaged student leader. You were chosen specifically, and we are all very proud of your efforts. Congratulations to you all. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, those students who are graduating this year, both undergraduate and graduate, please rise and please remain standing. It has been a privilege for the department's faculty to play a role in your Penn State education. We are confident that you will have successful professional careers and know that you will uphold the tradition of excellence established by your predecessors. You are about to join a loyal and supportive alumni group, and we hope you will maintain your ties with the department, the college, and Penn State, so that we can share in the joy that will accompany your accomplishments. Let's give a round of applause for our graduating students. Thank you. Now, this time, I would like all the faculty of the department or the college to stand. The faculty work hard every day to balance the demands on their time. New innovative research, engaged and inspired teaching, and dedicated service to their disciplines. There aren't enough hours in their days, but their time spent with you is where they put the priority. I would like all of us, especially the students who are beneficiaries of their hard work, to join in expressing our appreciation. Thank you. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our alumni and friends for supporting Penn State and the John and Willie Leone Family Department of Energy and Mineral Engineering. Without such support, we would not be able to recognize and reward outstanding performances by the faculty, staff, and students. A round of applause for our alumni. So this concludes the 2023 awards luncheon. And this also pretty much concludes my tenure as the head of this department. It has been a pleasure to serve all of you, to be interacting with all of you. I know there have been a lot of lessons learned that I'll transmit to the next department head in an effort to make the department even better for all of us. So thank you again for your constant support over the past 6 years. We have had a rough ride, COVID in the middle, and budget worries looming at the end, but we made it okay. So thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think it's a round of applause for everyone here. So again, as I mentioned before, if you're able, please join us at the Freeman Auditorium just down the hall for the 2023 Shoemaker Lecture, beginning at 3 p.m. and followed by a reception with the speaker, Eliza Alonso. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you, everyone, for coming.